Good morning. This is St. Bridget's Spiritualist Church of Edmonton for our online service this morning. I'm just going to wait a second or two, see who else comes on board, and then we will get going with our service this morning. So for those of you who are in Edmonton and St. Albert area, it's been a snowy morning. Lots of snow today. It's supposed to be getting colder again this week. But we've had some sunshiny days, which has been very nice. So wherever you are, I hope you're having a wonderful day. So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. So my name is Reverend Joe Washington, and I will be doing service today. And so I welcome you to the service. So I'm going to start with our opening, which is our opening prayer. Those of you who may have been to our church and know it offhand, you can say it out loud or say it to yourself. And it's just what we say to open our service. I call upon the light of the source to stream into the world of man, to open the minds and hearts of men. Let the light descend. Allow the plan of light and love to unfold. I will do thy will for the highest good of all man. From spirit, through spirit, to spirit. I call upon my guides, guardians, and loved ones from the highest realms to support me in this time of learning and growth. Amen. All right, and as spiritualist, we have adopted the 7 principles. A divine source recognized as God, the unity of all life, communication, guidance, and healing from the spirit world, the continued existence of the spirit, personal responsibility for every thought, word, and action, reward and consequences for all deeds according to God's natural laws. Eternal progress is open to every spirit, and freedom of interpretation of the 7 principles is acknowledged. So those are the principles as spiritualists that we go by, and it's something that when we look at it, it's really about taking responsibility for ourselves, being of service to others, having some integrity and honesty, and knowing there's something greater than ourselves, as we recognize as God or Creator or whomever works for you and touches your soul. So this is a part here now where we're going to be going into our healing. And what I'd like you to do is to think of the people that you would like to send healing to. So just think of them, because in this healing component, we will also do that. We'll send healing to them as well. So here is a healing prayer. We ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from our mind and body and to restore us to perfect health. We ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and we will do our part. We ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. And we put our trust in the love and the power of God. Amen. So if you just take a few moments just to get settled into where you are. And we always like to start with a big cleansing breath. And take a deep breath in and exhale. And what this does is just kind of settle you down into the moment, make you more present, allow you to just sort of let go and give yourself permission to be quiet, to be settled. Oh, welcome everyone. I see everybody saying good morning. So good morning, Kim. Good morning, Wendy. Both Wendy's, and there's a Wendy in Malibu. Oh, how wonderful for you. It's wonderful that you're reaching out for us today. And good morning, Richard. Good morning, Alice. It's lovely to see everyone here this morning. So this is, again, our healing component. So I really got you to close your eyes and just relax. And I'm just going to take you through a quiet meditation and just allow your body to let go of any stress, tension, any negative thoughts. Just to give yourself permission to be okay in this moment. and allow your heart to start opening. And as we do that, we're going to feel Spirit coming around us. Feel your higher power, Spirit, healing us, settling us, quieting us, comforting us, and helping us find peace. And we're going to ask this great unseen healing force to be with us, to help heal us in whatever forms we need, whether that is in mental, whether it's physical, emotional, situational, whatever that is. We're allowing that great unseen healing force to be with us, and knowing that they will be here to help us, whatever part of this that we need. And we're going to feel that love, the warmth, the caring, and trusting that this is happening for us right now because we've opened ourselves up to it. And as we feel this energy building around us and within us, within our heart, within our souls, and now we're going to think of our loved ones, the ones that we know that are wanting to send healing to, and whatever aspect they need in their lives, whether that's mentally, emotionally, physically, or situationally as well. Just take a deep breath in, exhale, and as you do, know that energy is going out through the higher power of healing force that are every person that we're thinking in our mind. We can sense and feel that energy going out to them. It's our intention, and it's Spirit's intention to help those that are in need. And then as we do that, we're going to sense the love coming through our higher power, through our energy of love, of God, Creator, whatever that is to you. Just feel that, embrace it, and know it is so. Now we're going to think of the world and all that's happening. And we're going to send out that love in unison, to send it out to every aspect of the world, to heal those hearts and the mind of people who are needed, who are in grief, who are in suffering. And we're going to send that out to them. And that could be just having the experience of someone holding out their hand to them, helping them in some way, encouraging them, letting them know they're not alone. We're sending that out to the world, uniting the world in our love, Spirit's love, God's love, our love, to everyone out there. And we know this is so. Just feel that energy building, that love coming from you, from Spirit, around the world. And as we do, we want to thank Spirit for being with us, helping us, heal us, giving us the strength, the courage, the incentive, the knowledge, the creativity to be able to be there for others, to help ourselves and to help those who are in need. Let us be grateful that we're able to be of service. And we thank, and we are grateful. And we ask Spirit to be with us as we carry on in our journeys. And just open your eyes and come on back. So this is something also too, this healing that we talk about, this is something that you can do anytime. You don't have to wait till we do it in church on Sundays. You can do it whenever. You do it in the morning, make it a morning routine to send out that love to others and feel that healing power of Spirit being with you. So I just wanted I'm just going to straighten that out. There we go. Okay. So what I wanted to talk about today is about spiritualism, and what does that mean? So how is spiritualism different? What does it mean to be a spiritualist? And one of the things that defies us from all the other religions is that we know through our mediumship, through evidential evidence from the spirit world, that our souls move on after death of this world, that we do transform to another world, that we do live on, that our souls do not die. We are energy, and we are forever evolving and moving forward. If not in this world, we transfer over to the other world. And we do this through our mediumship. And for those of you who've been to our church, we know that we have mediums there who provide this evidence as well. And also there's mediums within the social system, media as well, who also provide evidence as well. Now, in saying that too, we also have to be careful, because first of all, when mediumship started becoming known, this was back in the 1800s, and we had people, and as it evolved, World War II, World War I, there was a lot of losses, and people were looking for a connection with their loved ones. And unfortunately, there's people that took advantage of that to make money, and people had been fraudulent with their mediumship. And so it also gave spiritualism and mediumships a bad name. However, we know that there have some very many great mediums out there who have proven themselves through their mediumship, through their evidence, with their communication from spirit. So I just wanted to read a little excerpt about this one particular medium. There's been many in the SNU. Sorry, I'm going to cough. Hold on. Excuse me. Through Arthur Finney College, through having your own experience with a connection with a medium, with connection to your loved one, that evidence is that's validation, and that you know that is they are connecting with your loved ones in spirit. So I just wanted to read to you, it's called The Mediumship of Helen Hughes. Now, she was back in the 1940s, I believe, and this book was published in the 1940s. And I just wanted to read a little bit about her. It's just a little paragraph or two about how she was seen. And so it says, she's a slightly rather frail little woman steps upon the platform. Among the thousands waiting to hear her, there is a hush of expectancy. Smiling, serene, confident, she faces her audience with an engaging air of friendliness, and with something in her manner implicit of promise. I shall not disappoint you, she seems to say. I shall astonish you, inspire you, and comfort you. Above all, I shall convince you that this is not an eerie or mysterious subject, but a cheering and enlightenment one. Then follows a remarkable demonstration of that ancient and modern miracle, mediumship. Ancient because it is old as man, modern in the sense that only now it is beginning to be understood. In messages after message, delivered by surprisingly speed and accuracy, she quotes names and addresses, times, places, dates, family relationships and circumstances, the content of conversation, and 101 other facts concerning both the living and the dead. She describes people who have died, but who, to her, are still living on the other plane of existence. She reveals intimate details known only to the recipients, and sometimes facts which even they do not know, but which are subsequently verified. She is almost invariably correct, and the spectators, whatever their preliminaries, listen startled, mystified, marveling, and admiring. It is safe to say that the scorn of even the severest skeptics is shaken before the ending of the meeting. Those who know her will have had little difficulty in recognizing this description of Mrs. Helen Hughes, one of the best known and most admired mediums in Great Britain. She is more than merely popular. She is genuinely loved by her audience and has thousands of friends, known and unknown, all over the country. To quote Psychic News, she is one of the most beloved mediums that spiritualism has ever produced and has been dubbed Helen the Well-Beloved. Everywhere she goes, people stop her in the streets to thank her for the consolation her mediumship has brought them. This reputation was not easily won and is not imperial. It is founded both upon the high quality of her mediumship and the generous use of that she makes it. She excels in matters and in manner and is highly developed spiritually and mystically. If spiritualists are prone to speak in superlatives of her psychic powers, they praise her also for her charming simplicity, allied to the crowning virtue modesty. She is natural, unassuming, admirable, sincere, and utterly spoiled by success. What appears to her audiences most is her wholehearted enthusiasm and cheerful aspect. Her face lights up with pleasure or with warm sympathy as she delivers her messages. She is never economic or obscure, but radically earnest, homely, and direct. So that's just a little bit about how she was perceived back then and in her demonstrations. And what mediumship does, it provides a couple of things. One is validation that our loved ones live on. It provides comfort to the people who are receiving those messages to know that they are not alone and their loved ones are still with them. And it also verifies the fact that our souls do live on. This is not the end of it. When we leave this world, when we transition, it's not the end. It's also another stage, another development, another realm that we go to. And we can still communicate with our loved ones through mediums. And as a medium works for spirit. They don't work for the sitter. So what I mean by that is that a medium, the spirit uses what the medium's experience is. So, for instance, if you had a medium that's very well versed, say in sports or music, and they're very knowledgeable in those aspects, and we have a loved one in spirit who maybe was very athletic or was very into the music or the arts. They may use that medium because the medium has that experience or that knowledge that they can connect with that medium to bring that message through to their loved one, to verify that this is who they are. And one of the things that's important when you go to a medium, you want evidence. You want to know that you're a loved one. And how do you know that? Well, there's specific things that you can recall. It might be a memory of that person, or maybe you have that picture and that can be validated. Personality, things, little habits that they may have had that would come through just to validate that that's who they have that are bringing that message to you. And sometimes the message isn't just for the sitter, it might be for another member of the family. So when you're a sitter going to see a medium, one of the things is that you need to be open to that, because we don't know who's coming through as a medium. As spirit comes through, we don't know who it's going to be, but the message is going to be relevant because it's needed to be said, and usually has an impact on the medium's or the sitter's life. So maybe the sitter is going through some struggles within their lives, or maybe need validation, or they maybe just know that, the light that's been flickering or those feathers that you've been finding is validation that their loved one is with them. So it's providing all of that information. And so one of the things it says is, mediumship is a serious undertaking that requires professional and ethical conduct. Mediums must respect the confidentiality of the sitters, students, and others with whom they interact in the course of their work. Professionalism in all aspects of mediumship work is essential for representing spiritualism as a credible religion worthy of respect. And this is the other thing that's very important, is that as a medium, we are respectful in regards to messages that come through. And we are also, as a medium, we're also developing, we're also growing, we're continuing learning ourselves. And every contact and every experience that we have also helps us to develop in our own mediumship. So some of the qualities, basic qualities and stuff of a medium is, I'm just going to read some things. So when you are going to a medium, you want to make sure that that you have an understanding of what's happening and what's going on. So they want to have, they're able to receive and transmit spirit messages clearly and specifically. They're able to deliver messages in a non-manipulative manner that does not prey on the vulnerability of the recipient. They're able to ensure and respect the sitter's confidentiality information. Able to deliver messages in a manner that respects the recipient and using tact during platform work when a message is inappropriate for public knowledge. Again, being respectful how the information goes through. Able to acknowledge that mediumship is a service and not a way to stardom or fame. So it's not there to, to be out there in shows and make money and but it's a sacred experience. And for myself as a medium, I find this as a very sacred experience because I'm connecting with the sitter's loved one. And there's a message there from spirit that's important, and I'm going to be of service to spirit, and I don't take that lightly. I have a lot of respect for the ability to be able to, and the gift. I'm grateful for that I'm able to provide that service to spirit, but also and as a result help heal the people that are in needing of that message. So able to convey messages without elaboration or coloring. Able to tune into spirit rather than the recipient's aura. And what we mean by that, because there's psychic readings and there's mediumship readings. Mediumship reading is when we're connected with the spirit. I go like this, but they're all around us. But it's connecting with the spirit. So our energy is connecting with a higher power, with their vibration of spirit. When we do psychic readings, we're connecting to the sitter. We're connecting to their soul and to their experience in their life, because that's all in their auras. So when we're doing a psychic reading, that's the information that we're getting from them. Sometimes through a psychic reading, we may have a spirit person come through for a message. Not always, but sometimes that does happen as well. So it's also striving to live according to the higher values of life and principles of spiritualism, exercising personal responsibility. And then, of course, trust in spirit, own motives and competency. And this also is part of being able to, continue our learning with our connection with spirit and our own practicing and trusting that the information you're getting from spirit is from spirit. Well, it's interesting, I have to tell you, because sometimes when I do my mediumship, the information that comes is really out there, and you're like, you surprise yourself when the information that comes through and you give it to the sitter, and the sitter can validate that, and it just blows, as a medium, blows my mind as well, because I don't know what that's about. I have no idea. I'm just giving that message and trusting spirit for the information that they're giving the medium. And so it's just, and then you see that the surprise look, or you see the validation with the sitter, and then the healing, and it's just such a beautiful experience to know that you can provide that to a sitter, to someone who's receiving that information, and how it heals them. So it's a beautiful experience. So it's a gift I'm grateful for. And we also have other mediums too at the church, and I'm sure Reverend Kim, Reverend Richard, Reverend Bobby also are wonderful mediums as well, if you ever want to have a reading with them as well. I would also like to let you know that there's other ways to if you're thinking about developing your own experience of mediumship, or learning, wondering, questioning if you are psychic, we do have those courses too at St. Bridget's. I just want to let people know that. But it is a learning. It's a constant learning. Like I said, we are also, as mediums, we are also learning. So we do offer that. We do also offer abilities to practice mediumship in regards to in a circle, but you have to go through some stages for that. So we do offer those things at the church as well. I also want to let you know that our lovely Reverend Richard wrote a book. This is his experience with the other side, and he has it at the church. So if you want to buy the book, that'd be great. And that just also validation. It's a validation. And also, I also want to tell you about this book too. It's called The Last Breath. This is a book here with I think there's about 40 of us, and my story's in here as well, about experiences with the other side. And again, validation. So just so you know that it is real, it is true. We can connect. It's and start learning to trust. And sometimes you may get that feeling as, oh, was that my dad? Or you hear a song on the radio. It's like, oh, was that? It reminds you of someone, a loved one. And it's like, don't discount that, because that spirit reaching out to you is they use the medium because the recipient is maybe not open to that experience. So just start being open and don't question, trust, and have your own experience with your loved ones in spirit. Okay, so I hope that it was just a little kind of a tidbit about spiritualism and being a spiritualist and what we do and how is that different. It's because we know our soul lives on. All right, and saying that, we are having Evening with Spirit on March 4th. You can buy tickets online or through our webpage there, and that will be at 7 o'clock on the March 4th. There'll be myself, there's going to be Reverend Kim and Reverend Richard. So it'd be great if you guys could be there. We'd love to have you there. And I'm not sure if anything else is coming up, but I just wanted to say thank you for being with me today. I'm just going to be closing the circle here right away, or our time here together. And I'm going to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful day. So as we depart, we ask for the love and the light to stream forth from our time here today. May it heal and support those that are in need. May we return to our earthly journey and always endeavor to strive towards our highest good. We wish to thank our guides, guardians, and loved ones from the highest realms to support us in this time of learning and growth. Till next we meet, may your path be lit by the light. Amen. Go and have a wonderful day. And if you're in Edmonton, stay warm. And if you're in Hawaii, enjoy the sun. And thank you for being with me today. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.